Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most insightful tools for Amazon sellers, the Search Query Performance Report. This powerful dashboard is a goldmine of understanding your customer behavior and optimizing your Amazon strategy. We're going to explore those top search queries for all of your products of your brand, where you got the impressions, the clicks, the add to carts, and the purchases, and what your percentage of share of all that is across the entire niche. Whether you're looking to refine your PPC campaigns or get a competitive edge when it comes to organic ranking, this report is for you. Stick around, I'm going to show you exactly how to use it to your advantage. So just like in common fashion with all of my other videos, the first step we're going to take is showing you how to access this report. So go into your Seller Central account, you're going to go to the menu in the top left, you're going to go down to the section where it says brands. Now, so if you see this section, you go down to brands and you don't see brand analytics there, that means you are not a brand registered seller. So you need to get a trademark, you need to get brand registry, log that into Amazon. If you have questions on exactly how to do that, put a comment below the video. I'll walk you through the brand registry process for you. All right, but if you're brand registered, go over here, click on brand analytics. Once you're there, you're gonna get into this customer loyalty analytics. There's some good data there, but in my opinion, this search query performance is the best data that you're gonna get. So jump over to Search Analytics and click Search Query Performance. And now that we're here, what this report is going to show you, it's going to give you the top 1,000 search queries for your product, and that's going to be in this brand view on the left here. Not just your product. If you have a one product store, it's going to be the product, but this is going to be across your entire brand. Now, where this is super valuable, if a lot of your products are the same across your brand, it's fine to look at the brand view. But if you have a lot of different products and you got a big catalog, it's best to look at the ASIN view on the left. On the right, you can only look at one child ASIN at a time. So if you have a lot of variations, it gets a lot more difficult, and you need to be a little bit more of a whiz of downloading these reports into spreadsheets and combining the data. Like I said, it can be a little bit more difficult, especially with a lot of different SKUs. Okay, so let's get into it, and let me show you exactly what this is going to report to you, right? If you have multiple brands, you can swipe through the brands. You got this reporting range, or you can go weekly, monthly, quarterly. Most of the time we use weekly and monthly in my Amazon advertising agency, but quarterly is nice to compare and come up with that yearly strategy. Right? When we're looking at our strategy throughout the year, we will look at this quarterly report, figure out what big changes in the different seasons, especially if you have a seasonal product. It is nice, but still breaking it down monthly is even better. Anyways, you could select the week, right? Right now we're in week 2 of 2024, and then we could download this report, right? So what we do is we download this report on a weekly basis across our products, and we combine it with our PPC data, which I'm going to get into a little bit more. It's a little bit more advanced of using this tool. Okay, so scrolling through, the first thing you're going to have is this search query score. Amazon is going to actually score things from 1 to 1,000.
Wow, that many?
Now, if you're in the ASIN view, I believe it's just going to give you 1 to 100, so it's going to give you 100 search queries. Really, I mean, 1,000 is quite a bit, and you may not need all those anyways.
Hey, you don't know that.
If you go into the question mark here, they're going to show you what each one of these does. You could also go up in the help and frequently asked questions section. That's going to help you out quite a bit as well. But the next thing, and a very important thing to most of the sellers that we work with, is search query volume. How often are these being typed in? So you can see weekly, you could look at weekly, monthly, quarterly, and see what that volume was of how many times people typed in these search queries on Amazon, and you can even sort by that. So if you click on any one of the arrows, you could sort by that feature. Usually I just keep it the same way it is, but I do like to sort by purchases, which I'll show you in just a second. And then the next thing you're going to get is search funnel impressions. So think about this as a funnel, a sales funnel. But just like anything else, at the top of the funnel, first you need to get seen, and that's where the impressions come into play. So Amazon is going to tell you how many impressions you got on each one of these keywords and what your brand share of those was. So the total count is across the entire niche, or across the entire keyword, your brand share, and also your brand count, like how many impressions you get. With this data, I should explain this at the beginning, but what this data is going to show you, it's going to show you the sponsored product and organic searches, right? Only when people type in a keyword, it's going to show you sponsored products. It's not going to be every sponsored product area. You got like the editorial recommendation and the highly rated. Those sections it's not going to give you data on, but it's going to give you data on the regular sponsored product, regular organic looking post, and the organic searches as well. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you come in here and you say, oh, I got 7 purchases on this keyword, but in my advertising I got 20. why is that the case? Because, if you showed up in different ads, if you're showing up on product pages, there's a lot of different areas where you can get purchases that are outside of directly in Amazon search. So take that. This report isn't perfect, but it is the best that we have, and my team loves to use it. Jumping into it, like I said, the brand share of basically it's just going to be your brand count divided by the total count, and that's exactly what the brand share is. Very simple. You can calculate this yourself if you were to divide that. Anyways, getting into it, these are the impressions you got on those keywords. So over here in the search funnel clicks, we have the total count across, the entire keyword, and we have the click rate, and then your brand count, and of course the share. What I pay attention to the most is the share.
I love share things,
especially when you're looking week over week, month over month, to see how you perform over time. And you want to make that into a graph, which we do. We download this report, which I'll show you how to do soon. But you want to see how that trend changes over time. So make sure you pay close attention to the brand share. And as we continue to scroll to the right, you got to come down and get the search bar here. Next, you're going to see the search funnel cart ads. So, nowhere else in Amazon you're going to get add to cart data. And PPC, they don't give you add to cart data. But here you do find out add to cart. So you can see the ratio between clicks, add to carts, and purchases, which is really cool. And you can see where there might be some drop off in your funnel if you see a lot of people adding to the cart but don't end up purchasing. And then you can start to, brainstorm a little bit why that might be, make some changes to the product, make some changes to the listing, the price, and see if that add to cart to purchase ratio changes at all. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Once again, you got total count, brand count, you got the rate, and then the brand share. The last one, and the most important one, my favorite one to look at, is these search funnel purchases, right? Total count, purchase rate, brand count, brand share. And you got a lot of other columns in here about shipping speed and things like that. You can add. So if you go to customize columns, you can add a lot more things. One of the things, I think the price median is good, especially if you have a higher price product and you want to see where people are willing to spend more money. You could add the price median into there and also sort by that. Okay, but you can see over to the right here that these are the purchases over this week on these keywords. So this brand got 11 here, 14 here, 14 here, 4 here, 2 here. You can see them across everything. I could sort by that if I want, so I can make sure that's high to low. Usually it's sorted by that anyways. Amazon's gonna sort by your best search queries, your best keywords. So it's usually sorted by brand count a lot of times anyways, at least for the most part. But you can also start to see your brand share. And this is where, looking at this data, looking at the search volume, looking at the brand share, looking at all this stuff. So if you see 100% brand share, a lot of time that's going to be your branded keywords. But you want to look at non-branded. You want to look at, the ratios, especially when you have a very good purchase share percentage and a very low impression share percentage. There's an opportunity there to push a little bit harder with your ad spend and pay attention to how it affects your in-search purchases.
Okay, noted.
So let's just say, for an example, you're starting to run some ranking campaigns where you want to get super aggressive, get a lot more purchases in search on keywords, and increase that organic rank that everyone wants to increase. This is probably one of your best ways to track it. Outside of just tracking organic rank with tools like Helium 10, that's the tool we use for tracking organic rank. I've tried a lot of the other ones. It's still my number one go-to for rank tracking. If you're not familiar with Helium 10, there's a link in the description below. That's an affiliate link, and I've created a lot of videos. If you have any specific tutorial requests on that, let me know, and I'll be sure to help you out there. Especially product research. I know people are always wanting product research. That is probably one of the most important things to pay attention to in the beginning. But getting back into it, organic rank tracking, this is probably one of the best ways to do it, because you can actually see that percentage change week over week, month over month, as you get higher organic rank. And one of the reasons my team is downloading this report every single week is to find new keywords that we may not find in our ads. They may not show up in our search term report. So we want to download this. We want to go through all the search queries, especially where we were getting clicks, maybe not impressions as much, but where were we getting clicks, cart ads, and purchases on keywords that we might not be targeting in our ads yet. So we want to take those, start to target them in our ads, see what kind of performance we can get, and hopefully it helps to increase our total revenue. And doing this week over week kind of compounds on itself as you're grabbing new keywords, just like with auto campaigns, broad campaigns. As you're doing this discovery and keyword research, adding these search query keywords every single week that might not pop up in your keyword research because they could be seasonal. There's new ways people are typing things in. Amazon is telling you these are relevant to your products. Let's start to target them with ads get more sales velocity, increase that organic ranking, and help to really grow the brand. And one of the nice things about this too is you could look at an analysis and a trend of how you've performed in the past, right? This goes back, it was 24 months, but as you can see here in the top, Amazon is changing it to the past 17 months. So now you can go back in the past 17 months. Recently, it's going to change by the time you watch this video. You can go back 17 months. So you can start to look at how you performed last year, what the sales were, what the trend was, what the search volume trend was in here too, and get some inventory planning going, get your strategy ready, and really use this data to your advantage. And one of the other useful sources in this tool is looking at your branded keywords. If you have a brand that has high enough branded keywords to actually show up on this list, you can actually start to export this and look at that. Look at your branded keywords, just run a search on that search query column. If you like Excel, if you like Google Sheets, that's probably the best way to do it. That's how we do this, is to filter out all your branded search. And a lot of brands that I work with want to know, like, should I be spending money on my branded keywords? And this is the best way to find out. Stop spending money on your branded keywords and run this as a test. Stop the ad spend on these keywords. Figure out what happens to your market share on the keywords. Are you getting as much clicks, as much cart ads, as much impressions and purchases? Your impressions are likely to go down, but it's mainly like the add to cart, the clicks, and the purchases. Does that go down? Are you losing any of your purchase share to your competition? And this is a great way to look at it.
Absolutely, we'll do that.
Now, the last thing I want to cover is exactly how my team is utilizing this report. Like I said before, we download this on a weekly basis, and we pull it in and we compare it with the rest of our data. So we have a nice spreadsheet. I think you've seen us use it in the past. It is AdTactix from FBA Excel. Look over some of my past videos. It's an amazing Google Sheet and now Excel tool as well, that where you can help to analyze your keywords, analyze your PPC, and really keep track of a lot of things. One of my favorite tools, and I've been using it, I don't know, probably 3-4 years now, and it's great. So what we do is we pull this report, we bring it in there, and it combines the data here with our PPC.
That's the big secret.
And not just our PPC, it combines it with our campaigns, our search term report. It combines it with our Helium 10 ranking data. So we can see how the search volume compares if we're running these keywords in our ads, how they're performing in our ads, where we're ranking organically, and then we can track this stuff over time. So some areas that we really like to also pay very close attention to, I said it a little bit before, but if there's room to push things, if our impression share is less than our add to cart share or less than our click share, then let's push a little bit harder because we know they're relevant. We're getting a lot more clicks. Maybe we need more clicks to get more purchases because there's not enough data there. So let's increase impressions, get those clicks, get those purchases, get more add to carts, and then have those lead to those purchases. Or if anything is less than our purchase share, right? If our purchase share is high, add to cart share is less, click share is less, impression share is less, increase all those and send a lot more traffic to those keywords and measure this stuff on a weekly basis and use this as a decision for strategy. So many people are confused about the strategy on Amazon, and this is one of my favorite tools to lean back on when I'm trying to figure out that strategy side of things. So one of the last things I do want to show you, if you jump over to the ASIN view and you get down to one of your child ASINs, Amazon has an extra little feature here. You can click on one of those ASINs and it's going to bring you over to this other screen. And what Amazon is going to show you here is this search query detail screen. It's going to show you those top 10 products and their search query share of impressions and of the clicks. Really nice additional data here that you can see. Maybe some of these competitors here are getting a higher impression share. That's not something you can control unless you push organic ranking. And you could also push, ad spend up a lot too. But if they're organic ranked a lot higher, they're going to get more impressions. But also at the same time, you can start to see their click share. If they're getting a lot more clicks than you, you can start to dig in deeper, open up these products and see why they're getting clicks. Do some analyzing, compare it with your listing, your price point, your reviews, and all this other stuff to see what kind of strategy you need to change in your listings to hit these numbers that some of your competitors may be hitting.
Interesting.
And there you have it. That is a complete guide to Amazon Search Query Performance Report. I hope you liked this video a lot. And remember, I make these videos completely for free. So the one payback that you can give me is to just subscribe to this video. I completely appreciate it. And I have one more free resource for you. If you go down in this description below and you want a free PPC audit on your account where I'll actually get into your search query performance report, analyze some of the data for you, go ahead and click it below, sign up for that audit, and I'll get right to that in the next couple of days. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video.